Are you guys still using the button to shoot the rock on 2K25? Sound off in the comment section below and let me know how that's working out for you, as a lot more players are getting more accustomed with the rhythm shooting mechanic and getting themselves a 70% larger green window by doing so. And to add insult to injury, Xbox players who own an Xbox Elite controller can remap their controller so their paddles can be used to mimic the mechanics needed for rhythm shooting, using your paddles as opposed to aligning the stick with the rhythm of your shot. But the big question that the 2K community has right now is, which mechanic is better? If you're on PlayStation, do you find yourself considering the idea of switching over to Xbox and buying that Xbox Elite controller just to take full advantage of shooting with the paddles? Or do you think the rhythm shooting mechanic is just a little bit too complicated? You've been playing 2K way too long and you're just too stubborn to adjust to this new mechanic. Hopefully by the end of this video, you get some of your questions answered. We finna get into all the details. If you're new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video. Firstly, before we start this video, I just want to let you guys know, if you're tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players, you're looking for teammates on 2K25, come on out and join our Discord community. Over 30,000 members, 30,000 players for you to run with. The link for Discord will be in the description below. Join today. Over the last few days, I've been playing in the Proving Grounds, and oh Lord, is this so much smoother in the Proving Grounds. Up until now, I've normally played in the Rec Center, and I just want to let you guys know, if you're kind of iffy about going into the Proving Grounds and you think you're just a Rec player because you're considering yourself just a casual player, I highly recommend going into the Proving Grounds, because it seems like, especially considering skill-based matchmaking incorporated into NBA 2K25, that the Rec Center was more sweatier than the Proving Grounds. I know that Proving Grounds on paper is supposed to be more difficult for you players out there, but I think the latency in the Rec Center makes it way more difficult to play in that mode than in the Proving Grounds. It's smooth like butter. As you guys see in the background clips, I'm shooting lights out in the Proving Grounds, where in the Rec Center, I didn't know where my shot was going to end up. Oftentimes in the Rec Center with that latency, it feels like a guessing game when it comes to shooting. In the Proving Grounds, so far, I experienced none of that. So now let's get into the main topic of this video, trying to figure out which one is better. Whether you guys are using the button to shoot, the stick to shoot, or you're using your paddles to shoot, it goes without saying that you're gonna need the best jump shot, and 2K Labs makes it easy for you guys to find the best jump shots with the highest make percentages. I highly recommend you guys join NBA 2K Lab, use promo code AllCity. You can save yourself 20% and get yourself one of the best jump shots, so you got a good starting point here. And I know you didn't think that I'd hold out on you guys. I'm over here greening in the Proving Grounds and I'm gonna leave you guys stranded. Let's get into the jump shot that I'm currently using right now. One of the builds that I'm having the absolute most fun on right now, is my go-to build, is the two-way inside-out slasher. I'll make a standalone video on this build very soon in case you guys want to make the build as well. It's 6'5", but let's get into it. This is the jump shot that I found the most success on 2K25, and I've equipped this jump shot on all of my builds. It has an A+ release speed, an A height, a B for defensive immunity, and a B+ for timing stability. And I've tried a ton of different jump shots and a ton of different bases, but this one has proven the most successful. I'm using Jarrett Culver base, Kobe Bryant for release 1, Sadiq Bey for release 2. 11% toward Kobe, 89% toward Sadiq Bey. As you guys see, my visual cue is maxed out all the way to release, and that could take some getting used to for a lot of you players out there. I was stubborn and I was reluctant to push that slider all the way to release, but after initially learning how to rhythm shoot, this all became a non-factor, and now all my shots will be slid over to the release side of things. My release speed is also maxed out, something that you guys may want to consider. If your actual 2 releases that you choose don't give you a good visual cue, then you might want to consider lowering that release speed by 1 or 2 ticks. From what I've learned so far on 2K25, I feel like changing your visual cue, like moving that slider over to push or set point, it seems to have more of a significant impact on the timing of your jump shot than actually sliding the release speed down 1 or 2 ticks. Give it a shot. Get back to me. Let me know if you guys find some success. So now that we got the jump shot out the way, whether you sign up for NBA 2K Labs Premium and using promo code AllCity to save yourself 20%, or you use the jump shot that I just showed you guys. You are now halfway there. Half the battle is done. Now, I just want to add this because it was part of my experience learning how to shoot better on 2K25. Part of what helped me become a better shooter on 2K25 was indeed learning how to rhythm shoot, even though right now I prefer to use the button. I get it, y'all. That rhythm shooting mechanic, it may just be a little too complex for a lot of players out there. And I'm not saying, I feel like unnecessarily complex. It's not difficult to learn, but we're trying to take players that have become accustomed to using the button for so many years and just somewhat force them to learn this new mechanic. They're gonna be stubborn, they're gonna be reluctant like I was. But what learning how to rhythm shoot did for me was allowed me to really hone in on the animation. You see, when you rhythm shoot, you have to pay close attention to your animation from the start of your jump shot to the end of your jump shot. And it was a real eye-opener for me. When I was using the button to shoot prior to learning rhythm shooting, I was all off. But the crazy part is I thought I was using the right timing until I started rhythm shooting and learned that I have to hold that joint a lot longer. Pause. The moral of the story is, although I don't prefer using the rhythm shooting mechanic, it helped me become a better button shooter just by diving into it. It helped me to see everything that I was doing wrong when I was shooting with the button. Maybe some of you guys give it a shot. Get back to me. Let me know what you think. Just know that you're not alone when it comes to the shooting struggles, the shooting woes on 2K25. One of the best players for 2K24, Igimo, is still struggling to shoot the rock consistently on 2K25. Igimo recently sent out this post saying, to every point guard on the game, I get it. He shared this screenshot, and as you guys see from the numbers, 6 for 26 field goals made and 4 for 22 from the 3-point range. It's numbers like this that have you rethinking your life on 2K. And it's exactly these numbers that had a lot of players in the 2K community trying to find alternative ways to shoot more consistently. We'll get into some more details in just a second, but it all started with this video clip from Kano. If any of you guys want to shoot with the paddles, this will show you how.
X button, no stick, nothing, watch. Green. Bro, I'm not even shooting with the X button, bro. I'm shooting with paddles. This only works on Xbox right now. Go down to Xbox accessories, go to your profile, and then go to configure controller. Go down to your bottom right trigger and set that to your right stick down. Just click A on it, go down about halfway on the options menu, bro, and you're gonna find it. It's easy money. I really can't believe 2K has no way to patch this. This is why you don't add rhythm shooting into 2K. Now, as soon as you set that the right stick down, go over to your left trigger, man. The bottom left trigger gonna do the same exact thing. Just do it for up. The time it takes for your controller to register the 2 button presses, man, I'm telling you, it's green every time. You don't even have to even try. I mean, you gotta try a little bit, bro, but it takes minimal effort. Don't blame this on me, man. I'm just the one with the Xbox controller that figured this out. Make sure you send this to your homie who's struggling to shoot, bro, because I'm sure he'd love to hear it, or he might even go out and get him an Xbox controller himself or buy one, because I tell you what, Xbox is better, bro. Send this to your homie who needs to shoot better, man.
So that's where paddle shooting started just a few days ago. And this has quickly become a hot topic in the 2K community because folks are thinking that Xbox players now have the advantage when it comes to shooting on 2K25. But this ain't guaranteed, as folks learn that you still need to time your shot even if you're using the paddles. You would still need to follow the basic rules of rhythm shooting. The Xbox Elite controllers just allow you the opportunity to remap the directions of your analog sticks onto the paddles. So you could remap your paddle so that it activates right stick up or right stick down. As opposed to the PlayStation's dual edge controller, you're not allowed to remap directions of your analog stick. You could just remap the push-in of the analog stick to the paddles. Hopefully you guys didn't go out there purchasing new Pro controllers for PlayStation because it just doesn't work the same. Now I wanted to get into one of the benefits of remapping your analog sticks to your paddles. Now I don't know if Xbox players suffer the same fate for their controllers as PlayStation players, but man, PlayStation players, we are plagued by stick drift. In fact, I avoid a ton of different games that put heavy use on your stick. Pause. That's one of the main reasons why I don't play Call of Duty. Every single controller of mine got stick drift as opposed to my Pro PlayStation controller. I refuse to use that expensive controller to play Call of Duty and get stick drift, even though you could purchase those modules, but those modules end up being sold out ASAP, and then you're on the search or you're stuck with an expensive controller that has stick drift. Remapping the controls for up and down, which will put a lot of use on that controller, remapping that control will save your controller controller from getting stick drift. In my opinion, that's already a huge plus to make that switch. There's also some additional benefits to remapping your controller. Let's say, for instance, that you don't want to use it for shooting. You don't want to use your paddles for shooting. You've become accustomed to the button shooting and you still want to use your button to shoot. For instance, using the rhythm shooting mechanic, it proves to be more difficult for point guards than spot-up shooters. One option you can use for remapping your control is to help set up your shot. As you guys know, there's quick stops in NBA 2K25. By simply hitting up on your right stick right before you shoot, it'll allow you to quick stop while you're in motion. If you could press a button as opposed to hitting the right stick up, that'd be a whole lot easier. Or have you guys even considered remapping your controls and using the paddles to, say, meter dunk? I would like to load up this clip from Mingo Hall, sharing some additional benefits to remapping your controls on 2K25.
Everybody talking about this shooting with the panels on 2K, but just comprehend this, right? You are trying to mimic analog movement on a button. Comprehend that for a second. Now, he got 25 3-ball, 25 mini. He don't shoot. So I'm not about to show y'all what shooting is like. Let me just cut to the motherfucking chase. Dunk meter, nigga. Y'all worry about the wrong shit. Y'all worry about the wrong shit. It's not instant greens anyway. I still got a time, but wait a minute, there's more. Aggressive combo, regular combo, floater, running floater. Way easier to time. You know what I'm saying? I bricked it, of course, you know what I mean? But I'm just trying to show y'all the mechanics so we can go up here. Oh, you having trouble hitting up on the right stick so you can get that safe dunk? Oh, wait. We want to shoot out the post? We want to shoot out the post? And you want to get the same animation every time? Same animation every time.
And there you have it, some additional benefits to remapping your controls on 2K25. Now, regardless of what anybody tell you about remapping your controls being the only way to shoot consistently, or rhythm shooting being the only way to shoot consistently, from what I personally learned, it's a matter of preference. For instance, I prefer to shoot using the button, even though rhythm shooters, they get a 70% larger green window. Rhythm shooting is just not for me. And for the people out there who think Xbox players have the edge because they're allowed to remap their controls, I would like to reference this post from Yadman. He says, PS user here, I rhythm shoot 95% of my shots off the dribble. It doesn't affect me. I'll still probably shoot better than most paddle users. And in this next post, Yadman responds to Trip. Trip said, I tried shooting with the paddles and bumpers for rhythm on Xbox, but still for some reason, it's easy for me to just use my right stick over everything. Yadman, he agrees. He says, maybe the general Mike Wang is a genius after all, because that's what I'm hearing too. So regardless of what anybody out there is telling you, paddle stick shooting is not like a tremendous difference from just using your stick to rhythm shoot. For some players, it may prove to be easier. For some players, it may prove to be more difficult. To summarize, for me, what I gather is that you just got to get out there and try these new things, because giving these options a try, like for me, learning how to rhythm shoot with the stick helped me become a better button shooter, which is what I actually would prefer to use, the button to shoot. So if you find yourself struggling to shoot the rock, go out there, try some of these different options to shoot more consistently. Maybe it'll expand your horizons. Maybe you no longer need to fear trying new things on 2K. I've been playing 2K for 2.5 decades, and I'm still out here learning every day. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.